Good evening and welcome back to the Bloomfield Gymnasium for the championship game of the 57th annual Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. My name's Terry McVeigh, and with me the good friend Tommy Jaquist. And Tommy, they've done it again here at Bloomfield. Another great tournament, full house, no place to sit.
Very few places to stand.
Very few places to stand, and we're ready for a good one between the number one seeded Kennett Indians and the three-seeded Bernie Mules. Kennett got here by virtue of a 69-62 victory over South Pembiscott last night, or Saturday night, and then Bernie squeaked out a buzzer beater 55-54 win over Hayti. Tommy, what do you expect out of this one?
Well, you know, you're going to have the battle of two different really teams. Both, number one, they're alike in the way they're both very well coached. Both of them got good athletes. Bernie, finesse, they're going to work the ball around. As good athletes as Bernie's got, they're going to have a hard time running with that Kennett Indian team. And both teams are deep. They'll bring some players off the bench. I think Kennett will go 8-9 deep. Bernie will do about the same. I just look for it to be a good ball game. Bernie's kids always seem to do the fundamentals correctly. And I look for a good ball game. Whomever wins this will deserve it. And, you know, congratulations to them so far for getting to the championship game.
Oh, you bet you had. You know, and this is such a great atmosphere. We got, like I said, the place is packed. All the courtside seats are full. And now we're ready for the championship game.
It's kind of tough.
Tommy, are you ready for some basketball?
I'll tell you what, I'm ready, and I think everybody in this house is ready, too.
I think everybody. Let's give us the starting lineups there, Tommy.
The Bernie Mules come in the number 3 seed, coached by Botch and Long. Number 5, Jake Wagner. Jake's a 5'9" senior. Jake can fill it up from the outside if he gets open. Number 12, B.J. Jennings is a 6-foot senior.
Had seven three-pointers on Saturday night.
Number 22, J.R. Pringle, a 5'10" senior. A 6-foot senior. Bubby Swint A 6'2" junior, Caleb Ellenberg. Kalen Ellenberg hit the big shot to send the Mules into the finals.
His shot was the one that put Bernie in this championship game.
Now for the Kennett Indians, coached by Jim Vaughn and Tavius Drake. Number 2, Randall Crothers. A sophomore, and he's a dandy, Akeem Nelson. Monterion Jones. Number 20, 6'4" senior, Cavante Mitchell. All right, I'm ready.
I'm ready for this. Kennett's going to be led by the returning All-Stater, Class 4 All-Stater, Cavante Mitchell, who averages about 25 a game. Bernie will interchange who's going to be their leading scorer. Ellenberg has been this year, but then last night Jennings hit 7 3-pointers, and he scores 21. So Bernie's runs deep, and their scoring is going to be a little bit more balanced, although last night for Kennett, let's talk about balanced scoring. Maturian Jones and Tavis Drake each hit 17.
Oh, Terry, it's loud in here tonight, and that's the way I like high school basketball.
Kennett's going to be the home team. They're in the whites with the black trim. They'll be going left to right on your screen. Bernie in the road blues with white trim. They'll be going right to left. Bernie will start out in a man-to-man. South Pim on Saturday night had some good success doing a box one with boxing on Cavante Mitchell, but Bernie's game is a man-to-man game.
That's right. They're going to stay with it.
J.R. Priggles is shadowing Mitchell very, very tightly. He's facing him all over the court. Drake with the shot, no good. Rebound by Bubby Schwint in the starting lineup tonight. He gets it out to Jennings. Kennett starts out in there, but man-to-man as they normally play. Schwint has it out front, being guarded by Nelson. Schwint drives into Mitchell. It's out of bounds. It's going to be off of Mitchell. Back to Bernie. They'll inbound underneath their basket. 7:04 left in the first quarter. There's no score. Jake Wagner inbounds. Ellenberg. Bernie draws first blood. 2-0 Bernie. Drake in the corner for Kennett. He dribbles to the top of the key, gets it over to Nelson. He'll shoot 3. It's short. Going to be a rebound to Jennings. Good block out by Bernie. That's something they do.
This is going to bring the crowd alive. No, he just lays it up.
He gets fouled, tries to lays it up. I was like you. I thought we were going to see a slam.
I did too. Well, Terry, we got 3 excellent officials calling this game, and Lee Jones, Tim Harmon, and Jay Powell.
We sure do. Good experienced officials.
Sure.
And this is probably the first time in, 15 years that Bobby Godwin hadn't called the last game.
I think that's right.
Mitchell hits the first, 2-1. Mitchell had a low-scoring game on Saturday night. He only scored 11, but even with that, he's still averaging 25 for the tournament.
Exactly.
Hits both. It's 2-2. Again, it's going to apply some pressure. Wagner gets it over the timeline. Over to Schwint. Kennett's perimeter defense is good. There's Ellenberg across the lane. Pops. Won't go. Here comes Drake. Kennett will run the ball. Bernie gets back, stops the fast break. Mitchell for a long 3. No good. Rebound by Drake. No good. Jones with the rebound, with the putback. Maturian Jones with the long arms and the tip.
Oh, Kennett has really played some tough defense.
And they do that. They can do that. There's Ellenberg pick up the loose ball, and he ties it back up. Ellenberg with his 4th point. Tied the game up. Mitchell's going to bring the ball down for Kennett. Drop it off to Carruthers, one of the good sophomore guards for Kennett. He passes it over to the other. That's Akeem Nelson. Out there, Tavis Drake. Crossing across the middle is Mitchell. Going to be a foul on the floor. See Kennett running some off-ball screens, trying to break Mitchell loose. He's being fronted pretty hard by J.R. Priggle. Mitchell drives on Ellenberg, stops, pulls it back up, gets it out to Jones.
Good defense by the Mules.
Kennett's moving off the ball. There's Nelson with two. No good. Mitchell with the rebound, puts it up. No good. Looking for the foul. Didn't get it now. He almost fouls in the backcourt on Ellenberg. Priggle, Schwitt over for two, and they're just going to be out of bounds. It's off of Kennett. Drake deflected it. Matt Vernon and Devin Trammell into the game for Bernie, replacing Jake Wagner and J.R. Priggle. Joey Walker in, giving Ellenberg a rest. Like we said, Tommy, Bernie's not afraid to substitute a lot.
That's right.
A 5-second call. Good defense by Kennett. 5 seconds. Turnover on Bernie.
Terry, I've received a text from my brother down in Mississippi. He's in the hotel tonight watching on his computer. He said it's sounding good down there, so glad he had a safe trip and enjoy your game.
Well, I hope he's getting warmer weather than we are up here.
I do too.
There's Nelson for three. Akeem Nelson for three. Gives Kennett a 7-4 lead. Oliver and Vaughn getting ready to come in for Kennett. Good defense on Jennings. Pick up the ball. Kennett's looking for the walk. Didn't get it. Out front to Vernon. Get it out to Bubby Schwint. Bubby Schwint being guarded by Nelson. He drives. It goes out. Off to Vernon. Devin Trammell out front. There's Jennings looking for the three. It's going to be a foul in the back. Going to be on Maturian Jones. Had both hands on the back of Joey Walker. And Tommy, that's a point of emphasis. When you get both hands on somebody with the ball, they're going to call the foul.
Exactly right.
Even if you're not impeding them all that much, when you get both hands on them, they're going to call the foul. Jennings trying to get it in, looking for Walker, lobs it in, gets it to him, and stripped by Nelson. Oliver, nice interception by Matt Vernon, deflected the ball, gets it over to Schwint. Schwint's looking for Walker underneath. Priggle gets it back to Jennings. Jennings being guarded by Drake, and there's an offensive foul on Joey Walker. Put the bump into him on the screen. As physically as closely as both of these teams guard, if the officials don't take control pretty early, this could be a real physical game.
That's exactly right.
Both teams are very aggressive defensively. Lane Vaughn tries to break the double team, can't get it. Gets it back to Vernon. Kennett's playing a good perimeter defense. Ellenberg gets it underneath for Priggle, but there's Mitchell back to knock it out of bounds. 3:07 left in the first quarter. It scores 7-4 in favor of Kennett. There's going to be a foul. It's going to be on Bernie. Bubby Schwint away from the ball. Bubby Schwint making contact with Cavante Mitchell. That's the fourth team foul on Bernie. Rantrell Crothers back in for Kennett. He gives Nelson a breather. Mitchell with the ball out front, being guarded by Ellenberg. He backs him in, dumps it down to Drake. Drake with the off-balance fade, no good. Schwinton runs the ball down in the corner, and here comes Bernie. Schwinton for three. He hits it in for Ellenberg. Fade, count it. The score's Kennett 7, Ellenberg 6. Rantrell Crothers out front gives it up to Drake. Again, the guard Mitchell very closely. They're shadowing Mitchell. Tommy, they're not doing a box and one on Mitchell, but it's almost the same thing because they've got whoever's on Mitchell, they're face guarding him all over the court.
That's right. Well, these two very good teams going at it in this championship game.
Hawkins in for Kennett. That's Anthony Hawkins. Oh, Jennings clears himself on Hawkins. There's going to be a foul on Hawkins. Jennings going across the lane. I believe that's going to be on the floor. It is. That's Hawkins' first, just the second team foul on Kennett.
We're talking about guarding Mitchell. Kennett's not going to let B.J. Jennings get loose either.
No,
they watched him last night.
Jennings has not had a look at the basket. And Kenneth Priggle gets it underneath it. But it's bothered by Mitchell, and here comes Oliver with the ball out to Crothers. Crothers with the spin, no good. It's going to be a foul, going to shoot two. Want to send Rantrell Crothers to the line. That foul is on. That's on Jake Wagner, his second. He'll probably take a seat on the bench. Matt Vernon is going to be checking in. Rantrell Crothers, good sophomore guard for Kennett. Makes the first. Matt Vernon in the game for Wagner for the Bernie Mules. 1:47 left in the first quarter. Kennett leads 8-6. Rantrell Crothers makes the second, extends the lead to 3. Jennings being guarded in the backcourt by Anthony Hawkins. He throws it out of bounds. Little miscommunication on Bernie's part. I think.
Yes, it was.
There were two guys coming up for the ball. Neither one of them thought. Both of them thought the other guy was going to get it. Devontae Mitchell drives, pumps, can't get it to go, but he'll go to the line, shoot two. It's one thing Mitchell does very well is he gets to the free throw line and converts.
Mitchell's 2 for 2 for the night. Short.
He'll shoot another. He was in the act of shooting. That was a 16th foul on Barney, so Kennett will be in the bonus for the rest of this half. Justin Stanfield in the game for Bernie, giving J.R. Priggle a breather. Mitchell hits the second. Again, Kennett put pressure all over the court. Rantrell Crothers guarding Vernon in the backcourt. Jennings getting no room to breathe at all.
No, sure not.
Jennings spins, gets it down to Ellenberg. Ellenberg gets stripped by Mitchell. Out of bounds off of Mitchell to Bernie. 53.5 seconds left in the first quarter. Kennett leads 10-6. Jennings looks to inbound, gets it in. And there's a steal by Nelson. He lays it up. Count it. 12-6 Kennett. 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Timeout, Bernie. Good timeout by Coach Botcham. We'll be back with the rest of the first quarter of this championship game at the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on YHC.
For more than 75 years, the law firm of Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh, and Shear, LLP, has served the legal needs of Southeast Missouri. Located at 308 1st Street in Kennett, Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh, and Shear, LLP is a full-service law firm providing representation in a wide range of areas, such as personal injury, workers' compensation, family law, criminal law, probate, business, and estate planning. For all your legal needs, call Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh, and Shear, LLP at 573-888-4664.
Okay, we're back with the last 44.4 seconds. Fours are wild on this, and 44.4 seconds left here in the first quarter of the championship game at the 57th annual Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. Kennett leads Bernie 12-6. Bernie will have the ball, and Kennett will pressure him like they have all over the court. Tommy, as we were talking during the break, neither team's getting open shots.
No, that's right.
There's another steal by Kennett. Mitchell over to Crothers. Cancel. Rantrell Crothers off the steal of Mitchell. Puts Kennett ahead 14-6. This is big for Bernie. They don't need to give up anymore. 19.9 seconds. Ball's back over to Kennett. This is a big stop for Bernie.
Yes,
this is a
you
big
bet.
trip for them. I realize it's only the first quarter, but they're down 8. And Kennett's scored twice on steals just within the last few seconds. We'll see if Kennett plays for one. That's not their forte.
No.
And it's not now. There's Mitchell gets the ball underneath, and he's fouled. When we fouled by Schwinn, going to put Mitchell at the line with 9.9 seconds left in the first quarter. That's 2 on Schwinn. And Bernie's got to start worrying about some foul trouble.
That's
now.
right.
They've got a couple of players with 2 fouls. They got
Wagner
with 2. Mitchell misses the first. Jerry Kennan in the game for Kennett. 5'10 senior. Mitchell makes the second. Now Vaughn's going to come in, spell Mitchell, make sure Mitchell doesn't get any fouls. Kennett again going to pressure all over the court. It's going to slow Bernie down. There's a deflection. Bernie gets it back, throws up the 3. It's no good, and that's how the first quarter ends with the Kennett Indians, the first seeded Kennett Indians, ahead of the Bernie Mules, 15-6. We'll be back for the second quarter on YHC TV.
At Glen St. and Kennett, we're always looking for new friends and customers. If you've never visited with us, we invite you to come by and get to know us. We have the best people in the business, from sales to parts to service. We want you to enjoy your experience. With all of the GM lines and a lot full of used inventory and the lowest interest rates ever, we have a lot to offer. We want our customers to say, I like Glen St. Glen St. and God bless our troops.
Are you suffering from gradual hearing loss? Well, visit the Audibel Hearing Centers in Dexter and Poplar Bluff for the latest in hearing technology. Audibel offers the wireless range hearing aid featuring the latest noise reduction system and virtually eliminates buzzing and whistling. Combined with the all-new SurfLink Mobile, Audibel hearing aids can make it easier to enjoy TV, music, cell phone conversations, and more. No wires attached. Stop by for a consultation and receive a new Kindle Fire tablet free with your hearing aid purchase. Experience hearing excellence with Audibel.
Welcome back for the second quarter of the championship game of the 57th annual Bloomfield Tournament. Tommy, we're seeing some defense being played on.
That's exactly right, and both sides really putting the pressure on it, and boy, they are covering up Bernie shooters and Ellenberg. It wasn't hard to figure out Bernie's first quarter scoring because they had 6 and Ellenberg had them all.
Well, now he's got 8.
Yeah.
That was a very nice entry past the Ellenberg on the post, and there wasn't any help defense from Kennett. Keith Nelson gets the roll. Increases the lead to 17-8, and that's probably about the most open shot we've seen.
I agree.
For either side. Kennett is a very handsy team. They
Yes.
have great, quick hands, and they just showed it right there.
You know, Terry, got some texts from some people who said they didn't want to fight the crowd tonight. They knew it'd be full. And, you know, the Kilgore twins, the ladies down in Baldwin, they said they were just going to stay home tonight. They told me, said they're enjoying it on YHC.
Well, we're glad everybody's watching on YHC, but this is such an electric atmosphere. I can't say it enough times that this atmosphere in this gymnasium at this tournament is just always, to me, one of the best times of the year. Brothers with the miss, Mitchell with the rebound. He's going to drive, lays it up, score it. You're going to have to give, if Mitchell gets the ball out, gets the ball on the wing or anything, you're going to have to help. You know, one guy is not going to stop Devontae Mitchell. And we always talk about, well, Bernie plays the man-to-man. Well, man-to-man is the team defense. And you got to have help. There aren't many people that are going to shut him down. There's Jennings with the nice roll, and there's Ellenberg with the putback, and he's going to be fouled. He's going to send him to the line. Nice drive by Jennings.
Yes,
that whole thing was set up by Jennings' penetration. Ellenberg gets the first. He has all 9 of Bernie's points. Andre Oliver in the game for Kennett. Give Maturi and Jones a rest. Ellenberg misses the second. Rebound by Cavante Mitchell. And he'll bring it down the court. Being guarded by Schwint. Screen by Oliver. Another screen by Oliver. Keem Nelson. Looks like there's going to be an offensive foul on Oliver. It's an illegal screen. Be 14 fouls on Kennett.
You know, Terry, I said about the Kilgore twins down Baldwin. Now I'm going to give you one that'll trump that. Toots McGowan down at Bernie. She's either 95 or 96. She's tuned in tonight. She watches everything she can on basketball.
Well, we're glad to have her watching us.
You betcha.
We're honored to have her watching us. Now Jennings being guarded by Mitchell out front. Not much opportunity. Mitchell's going to be called for the foul. He stepped in front, created the contact. That's going to be his first. And one of the things that happens with Mitchell at times is that he does tend to pick up quick fouls and get himself in foul trouble.
Yeah.
Jennings, again, nowhere to go. Try to get underneath. Gets it out to Mitchell. He'll take it in and score it. 21-9 in favor of Kennett. 5:08 left in the half.
Terry, these Kennett Indians just run the floor so well.
Well, the whole Kennett team, and that's their game.
That's right.
There's Mitchell with another block. Oliver with a kick out. Here comes Kennett. Drake, score it. 23-9. Timeout, Bernie. It's going to be a 30. We'll be back in just a minute.
I chose Three Rivers College. They helped me find the financial aid I needed.
Yeah, this could
Classes
get
are close to home. I'm experiencing the college life I want.
With locations throughout Southeast Missouri and over 200 course offerings, including online courses, Three Rivers can help you earn a college or career technical degree.
I chose Three Rivers College. You should too.
Enroll today. Learn more at trcc.edu or call 877-879-8722. Three Rivers College. Success starts here.
Okay, here we are back with 4:51 left in the second quarter of the championship game of the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. We started a trivia question about the second game. We're going to repeat it here. And the question is, what 3 former Bloomfield Christmas Tournament players are currently on an NFL roster or an NCAA Division I football roster? There's 3 players. We've had lots of guesses, and they've gotten 2 of them. We don't have the third. We're going to give the answer at halftime. Kennett with his own pressure. Ellenberg drive, nice clear out screen by Walker. Walker comes up and takes out the trail man for Kennett and gives Ellenberg a clear path to the basket. Mitchell, stop, pop, score it. Cavante Mitchell, when he gets in the lane, we said the other day, when he puts it up, it's not just he's throwing up a prayer. Ellenberg still with all of Bernie's points. And he gets his strip by Oliver. That's the second steal by Oliver. Mitchell tries to sky for the rebound or for the dunk. Doesn't need to do that. Layup would be 2 points.
Terry, I heard a guy the other day say, and he's exactly right, he said, if you can't dunk it 10 times in a row, lay it up.
I think that's wise. He would have had to go. He had to go over somebody
right
on the run without his steps. And Mitchell's going to go to the line, but really he's fortunate to be able to go to the line. Mitchell hits the first.
And the guy that said that about the 10 times knows a little bit about basketball.
I heard him say that David Heeb.
And we want to say hello to David. He's been sick ever since he left. I didn't know it was that bad to make him sick for 3 days.
Well, he did an excellent job.
He sure did.
Commentating on that first round game. And I believe that was the last game of the first day,
right.
that Malden Holcomb
game.
Kennett's 16-point lead here with less than 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Jennings gets to the line. He looks up, and there's still no place for him to go. Walker with the ball on the box, and Joey Walker scores. So somebody besides Ellenberg scores for Bernie. And Kennett's trying to spread the floor. Nelson pulls up, can't get it to go. Rebound by Jennings. He's being guarded too closely in the back by Andre Oliver. That's his second. Just the team fifth. And Tommy, that's the kind of fouls that a coach doesn't like to see. He's 90 foot away. There's really nothing you're going to accomplish down there except commit a foul. There's Kennett with. We'll put on a little zone pressure. Jennings being double teamed out front. Throws. Schwint tracks it down. He looks for the two, but finds Ellenberg underneath. It doesn't go. They're just going to be out of bounds off of Ellenberg. Back to Kennett. Kennett with the 27-13 lead here in the second quarter. So far, Tommy, it's just the quickness of Kennett's just been a little bit too much. They're about half a step ahead of Bernie. They're so quick, and everybody out there on the floor is quick. There's scrum underneath, gets the ball. Walker, Joey Walker with the steal. There's Mitchell with the steal. Ball's off of Mitchell, back to Bernie. This is about as intense a defense as I've seen Kennett play in a while. They are really intense on the defensive end.
And, Terry, it's just got to be that way because these Mules, they got some guys that can sure fill it up on the outside.
Oh, yeah, if they give them any chance at all, they give them any opening. They've got guys that are going to bury three. There's another pick by Akeem Nelson. He lays it up and in. That's probably about 5-6 steals that Kennett's made so far here in the first half. And just because they're so quick and their hands are so quick. Schwint drives. Mitchell with the fouls. Looks like he's going to put Schwint to the line for two. Mitchell's reaching in. Good move by Bubby Schwint. That's going to be Mitchell's second. Going to send Mitchell through the bench probably for the rest of this half. You sure don't want him to get his third foul here in the first half.
No, that's right.
Schwint makes his first points. Stanfield, Pregel, and Vernon into the game for Bernie. Schwint will have his second. Hits them both. Gets it down to a 14-point lead. Less than 2 minutes to go. Kennett up 29-15. Hakeem Nelson to Drake. Drake hasn't done a lot of scoring in this game. Nice drive by Crothers. Just misses the layup. There's Hawkins with the rebound. He clears, and he's rejected. Vernon comes out with it for Bernie. 2 good looks at it for Kennett. They just couldn't get it to fall. Again, Bernie not getting any opportunities from three-point. And very few from anywhere else. Schwint spins, gets him up in the air, no good. But then that's a remarkable recovery. How can you be that quick by Hakeem Nelson? Hawkins carried the ball. He cupped it and put it down.
Talked to Coach Travis Dave, New Madrid County Central, a while ago before we went on the air. He said he was here looking at Kennett. They play them later in the week or first part of next week sometime.
Yeah, they will play. Of course, they're both in the SEMO conference now. Walking the backboard, and again, that was completely caused by the defensive pressure. Jake Wagner back in the game for Bernie. 55.9 seconds left here in the second quarter. Hawkins out front to Tavis Drake. Drake to Carruthers. Kenneth has it on the end. Drake free throw line. Then count it. That just hit the flange on the backboard on the rim and just kind of stuck there until it kind of rolled.
Yeah, just kind of fell in. When it's going right, Terry, it's just going right.
It's just going right. When you can deaden one like that, and there's another steal by Kennett. Here comes Drake. He's going to take it down, kick it out. Going to be a blocking foul, going to be called on Bernie. That's going to be on Justin Stanfield. Going to send Rantrell Carruthers to the line, I believe. No, it's going to be Hakeem Nelson. 31-15 in favor of Kennett. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Free throws no good. Schwint with the ball. Ellenberg at the top of the key. Back out to Schwint. 6 seconds left. Trying to get it to Ellenberg. Jennings from the corner. Throws up a prayer. It doesn't go. It's off. Kennett gets the rebound. And that's how the first half ends in this championship game. Dominated by the Kennett Indians. 31-15 over the Bernie Mules. We will be back.
This game brought to you in part by MHJ Insurance. Stop by the Liberty Center in Dexter for a free quote on auto, home, life insurances. Give them a call at 624-6246. And Bank of Advance at 4 locations, Dexter, Advance, Bell City, and Chaffee. The Bank of Advance understands the preparation, practice upon practice to get ready for the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. And they wish good luck to all the teams this year. Bank of Advance, where a handshake still matters. And Sains Flooring in Kennett for all your hardwood, vinyl, and carpet needs. Also offering exotic flooring, bamboo, and cork. Get your free estimate and ask about installation at Sains Flooring on the South Bypass in Kennett. Give them a call, 888-2007.
Clear! There's a better way to jumpstart your soil back to health. Apply Endzone to protect and increase nitrogen efficiency without killing bacteria. Apply Prevent to increase phosphorus availability and reduce fixation. Better yet, use them both to get more from your fertilizer investment and see higher potential yield. Ag Explorer, your prescription for healthy soil.
This man has an accomplished research and analytical group at his disposal. But even more impressive is how he puts it to work for his clients.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thanks for meeting so early.
Oh, it's not a big deal at all. Come on in.
It's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing.
It's the small things in life that you tend to appreciate. The quality of care at SEMO Health Network is no different. They focus on the small details with healthcare that make you feel good, so you can get back to enjoying the small things in no time. They have so many ways to take care of you with 8 locations serving rural communities in need of medical care, including dental facilities and an in-house laboratory.
Deposit your check here or here or even there. Deposit your check wherever you are with First Midwest Bank's new mobile deposit. Just tap, snap, deposit. It's that simple. New mobile deposit from First Midwest Bank, serving the communities we call home.
Hi, I'm Cecil Weeks of Quality Center here in downtown Malden, where we've been in business since 1977. We have the best selection of Whirlpool and Maytag appliances. We also have the latest LCD, LED, and plasma high-definition televisions from LG and Sharp, as well as the finest furniture for your living room or bedroom. And don't forget, delivery is available. So come and experience the Quality Center Furniture and Appliance Store in downtown Malden.
So you're wondering what's the better deal, cable or the dish? Well, let's see how they size up. The dish has no local office, no ability to provide their own high-speed internet or phone for bundled savings, and can require a 2-year contract with hefty early termination fees. Cable, on the other hand, has local offices, its own high-speed internet, and phone services with a lot of great features. New Wave Communications, there really is no better choice.
All right, here we are back at halftime with the Kennett Indians leading the Bernie Mules in the championship game at the 57th annual Bloomfield Christmas Tournament, 31-15. Tommy, what are your thoughts about the first half?
Well, you know, it's just what we talked about before the game went on. Both very good teams. This Kennett Indian team, super quick. They've kicked their intensity up on defense. The Bernie Mules, we knew coming in was going to play some defense, just their trait. Good defense, good fundamental. But this Kennett team caught fire. They made some steals, and Bernie turned it over a few times. And that's uncharacteristic of a Bernie team, but that defense has a lot to do with that.
A whole lot to do with it because the turnover, most of the turnovers that Bernie had were the result of the quick hands of Kennett. Kennett's a very handsy team, but they don't do a whole lot of fouling with their hands. They're so quick, they get in and strip the ball.
That's exactly right. Scoring in the first half for the Bernie Mules, we have Bubby Swint with 2 points. He was 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And Joey Walker came in and hit a bucket. He's got 2, and Ellenberg has 11. So it's 11, and then 2 for Walker and 2 for Swint. None of these shooters has had a chance to get a good shot because those defenders closed so quick.
Well, except for a couple of layups that Bernie had, Bernie has not had an open shot. They did, Bernie. One of the things Bernie does really, really well is shoot 3-pointers. They haven't had an open look at a 3-pointer. Kennett has not let them shoot a 3-pointer. not even get a good open look at one.
That's right. For the Kennett Indians, and Travius Drake has 4. Randall Crothers is also with 4. 9 to Akeem Nelson. 12 to Mitchell. Mitchell picked up 2 fouls the second quarter, sat about half the quarter. And 2 to Jones. And Kennett was 8 for 10 from the free throw line, and the Bernie Mules was 3 for 4.
Okay, we've had a trivia game question going on for quite a while, and I'm giving up on everybody. The question was, what 3 former Bloomfield Christmas Tournament players are currently on an NFL roster or an NCAA Division I football roster? We've had lots of responses and got 2 of them right because, well, we had a Hayti game going on, so they got William Moore, who's on the Atlanta Falcons, and William Cooper, who was the center on the team when Hayti won this tournament. He's an offensive lineman for Kansas State. The one everybody's overlooking, Coney Ely. Coney Ely, everybody said, well, wait a minute, Coney Ely played for New Madrid. He's a star at New Madrid, and New Madrid doesn't play in this tournament. But when Coney Ely was a freshman, he played for Portageville, and he played in this tournament. So that's the answer to the trivia question. We appreciate all of your responses. Now let's get ready for the second half, Tommy. Let's have some more fun.
I'll tell you what, let's go. Yeah, and you know, I wouldn't have thought about Coney, but you're exactly right. I remember when he went down and played down at Portageville.
Yeah.
Coney Ely is a hoss.
Oh, he's, you know, I was talking with Terry Turlington the other night about how once the football season's over with, Coney Ely could probably help that basketball team.
I think that's right. I think
if for nothing else, just to bang them up in practice.
Yeah, he can bruise them up a little bit and get them ready.
Mitchell drives, lays it in. You got to help. You're going to have to help with Mitchell. Mitchell has a really quick first step, and one person's not going to shut him down. Ellenberg posting up Maturian Jones. Schwint looks for and there's the quick hands. Akeem Nelson lays it up. Count it, 35-13. Send the lead. Kennett lead to 20 early here in the third quarter. Again, the quick hands of Kennett. We're going to call Nelson with the check foul. The hand checks. He had 2 hands on him. And again, even if he really wasn't impeding him, that's a point of emphasis this year that you get 2 hands on somebody, they're going to call the hand check foul. And it sure has made a look watching college games early in the season.
That's sure, look at another steal.
Nelson, another steal, lay it in. It sure has made some of the college games last forever.
Isn't that the truth?
Timeout, Bernie. Kennett scores the first 6 out of the box. Timeout, Bernie. It's going to be a full. We'll be back on YHC TV.
This game brought to you in part by MHJ Insurance.
For more than 75 years, the law firm of Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh, and Shear, LLP, has served the legal needs of Southeast Missouri. Located at 308 1st Street in Kennett, Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh, and Shear, LLP is a full-service law firm providing representation in a wide range of areas, such as personal injury, workers' compensation, family law, criminal law, probate, business, and estate planning. For all your legal needs, call Crow, Reynolds, Shetley, McVeigh, and Shear, LLP at 573-888-4664.
At Glen St. and Kennett, we're always looking for new friends and customers. If you've never visited with us, we invite you to come by and get to know us. We have the best people in the business, from sales to parts to service. We want you to enjoy your experience. With all the GM lines and a lot full of used inventory and the lowest interest rates ever, we have a lot to offer. We want our customers to say, I like Glen St. Glen St., God bless our troops.
All right. Okay, we're back. We're 1 minute into the third quarter of this championship game. Kennett's already scored 6 points to Bernie's nothing. Feed into Ellenberg, turn around. It won't go. Now they can't get the layups to flow. Quick outlet to Carruthers. He's going to pull it back up. Get it out to Mitchell. He's shadowed by Wigner. Or Priggle. I'm sorry. Akeem Nelson with the ball out front. Gets it over to Carruthers. Mitchell again being face guarded by Priggle. Keem Nelson for three, count it. Well, it's not fair if they can start hitting threes.
Yeah, they're just filling it up now.
25-point Kennett lead with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. And again, Bernie's the Kennett defense is just swarming Bernie. Kennett's now playing his zone. Jennings, the first good three. First look at a three that they've had. Jennings drives, loses it off of Mitchell, back to Bernie. But that's the first good look at a three that Bernie's had.
Exactly right.
Keem Nelson to the bench, going to be Anthony Hawkins in to spell him for a few minutes. When Hawkins comes in, Kennett loses nothing on the quickness end. Ellenberg with a turnaround, no good. Rebound by Carruthers. Jennings with the poke and the steal. He gets in under Mitchell. That's going to be a foul on Jennings. It'll be first team foul on Bernie here in the second half. First foul on Jennings. Andre Oliver in for Kennett, in place of Maturian Jones. Anthony Hawkins with the ball backcourt over to Rantrell Brothers. Mitchell drives the lane, put it up, and he draws the foul. We'll put Devontae Mitchell back to the line. Kennett's up by 25 with 5:14 left in the third quarter. Mitchell hits the first. Langdon Vaughn in the game for Kennett. Going to give Rantrell Carruthers a breather. Another two for Mitchell. Kennett keeps applying the pressure. Jennings picks it up way in the backcourt. Jennings for three, can't get it to go. Ball kept alive by Andre Oliver. One of the long players, Drake, all the way to the hoop. Can't get the layup to go, but he'll go to the free throw line. He's kind of put the afterburners on that one. Tom.
He did.
He saw a gap, and it's kind of like the road runner when the Coyotes after him.
yeah, he was gone. This Drake is just quick as a cat.
Joey Walker in the game for Bernie. That foul on Pringle was his third, team third. Drake misses both ends of the free throws. No walk. Justin Stanfield tried to stop and drug his foot. Matt Vernon into the game for Bernie. Hawkins looks for the three, doesn't get it. Mitchell with the screen. Pops back out. Drake drives. Pulls up. Good defense by Bernie. Andre Oliver drives. Puts it up. Going to be a blocking foul and one. Andre Oliver with good body control. Takes it to the hole. And he'll shoot one. That foul's going to be on Jennings, his second. Even the big man from Kennett get into the quickness,
yes, he is.
Category.
You know, when they bring someone off the bench, you know, they're not just replacing with a body, they're replacing with a player.
That's right. And like Kennett needs a whole lot more quickness. They
Really?
got about three or four off the bench.
I'd like to see one of their practice one of these days when they're down and back and see who is the fastest.
There's Langdon Vaughn, who's not one of the real quick players, with the steal, can't get it to go. Triggle goes down the court, gets it to Walker. Ellenberg, that's going to be stripped by Hawkins, but it's going to be out of bounds. Back to Bernie. Batarian Jones, Akeem Nelson, and Rantrell Crothers into the game for Kennett. Bernie trying to get a ball in bounds. Mitchell with the steal. He steps out of bounds. Ball will end up be back with Bernie. Not half court. Kennett pressuring the ball. They're pressuring all over the court. Three by the wing, no good. And there's Walker with the putback. Going to be a foul. Going to be a call underneath. Basket's good. Foul's going to be, I believe, on Batarian Jones. That foul was away from the ball. Batarian Jones, the basket's good. I'll take that back. That was on the shooter, Walker. So Walker will go to the line and try to complete the old-fashioned three-pointer. Doesn't do it. Here's Batarian Jones with the ball. He walks down the court, drags his foot.
Terry, we got 3:36 to go with a 44-17 lead for the Kennett Indians. Bernie's going to really have to kick it up to get this thing where they would have a chance in the fourth quarter.
Well, this has been as dominant a defensive display as I've seen in some time by the Kennett team. And Bernie can score points.
You bet.
They've got some offensive weapons, and they have not been able to get anything untracked. There's another steal by Kennett. Crothers, Drake. Wildly into Cavante Mitchell. That brings the crowd to their feet. And Tavis Drake, a little alley-oop to Mitchell.
I wonder where all the Kennett fans were. I see them now when they all stood up on that.
They all saw what was coming. There's another steal. Mitchell in the backcourt. He kicks it up to Crothers. He drives, scoops it underneath to Jones. Back over to Nelson. He pulls it out to Crothers. 29-point Kennett lead. Keem Nelson from the free throw line. And Keem Nelson showing some offensive ability in this game. He's showing he can shoot the ball. Kennett up by 31, 2:23 left in the third quarter of this game. Jake Wagner trying to get free, and there's almost another steal, but it's going to be a reach in on Crothers. That's just Kennett's third foul. As handsy as Kennett is, that's the third foul this quarter.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
These kids know how to play defense.
They just
they
know
really
how to play
do.
defense. This is as dominant a defensive display as I've seen in some time. Cavante Mitchell goes to the floor, goes to the bench for a minute. Ellenberg gets it stripped. Batarian Jones, and Ellenberg fouls Jones in the backcourt. That's just going to be the 15 fouls. Kennett will have the ball out of bounds. Caleb Ellenberg with the foul, his second, team fifth. Kennett brings the ball down slowly. They got a 31-point lead. 2 minutes left in the third quarter of this championship game. Jones with the ball out front, tries to get it underneath for Kennett. But Kennett was on the ground.
You know, with a 48-17 lead, you would think Bernie would be so flustered, but what they do, they took time to help the Kennett man off the floor. I love to see that, and I'm sure the Bernie people do too.
It's respect for both teams.
Exactly right.
Both teams, I like to see both teams respect each other. Vaughn tries to steal, doesn't get done. Bernie with the ball out front, 1:25 left in the third quarter. Again, the Kennett defense is just smothering. Nice spin by Ellenberg, but a tie-up, going to be a jump ball, get back to Bernie, but that's a good defensive play by Maturity and Jones. Bubby Schmidt, J.R. Pregel, P.J. Jennings, and Vontae Mitchell into the game, and Rantrell Carruthers back in. Carruthers will spell Kennett. 1:15 left in the third quarter. Kennett up by 31. I didn't think I'd be saying those words. Schwint spins. Mitchell holds his ground. Rebound, Maturian Jones. He gets it popped, stripped by Schwint, and loses it out of bounds. Good defense, good hands by Bubby Schwint. Poked that out of Jones' hand. Ends up back to Bernie. Ellenberg from the wing, put it up through. Okay, that's about 2 open shots that Bernie's had in this game.
Yeah, that's right.
There's still going to be a foul on Kennett. Still by Ellenberg, foul by Cavante Mitchell. That's going to be his third.
And you know, Bernie set screens trying to break some of these shooters loose, but man, these quick kids of Kennett just gets around those screens, or somebody comes over and helps and covers that shooter up.
Yeah, Kennett's playing just a really good team defense. There's a double team on Ellenberg. He gets away with the shove and fade away, puts it in. And here comes Kennett. There's Carruthers. Bernie gets back. Over to Jones, knocked out of bounds by Ellenberg. Ellenberg hadn't given up.
Nice hustle by Caleb Ellenberg.
I don't think anybody from Bernie's going to give up. That's just not in them. That's not part of that team's makeup.
Right.
They're going to be playing. They got another quarter to play, and they're going to make the most out of that quarter. Maturian Jones from Carruthers. Layup for Jones. Kennett leads back to 29, 50-21. Ellenberg for 3. No good. Rebound to Hawkins. Hawkins throws it up. No good. And that's the way the third quarter ends. But the Kennett Indians leading the Bernie Mules 50-21. We'll be back in a minute for the fourth quarter of this championship game on YHC TV.
Are you suffering from gradual hearing loss? Well, visit the Audibel Hearing Centers in Dexter and Poplar Bluff for the latest in hearing technology. Audibel offers the wireless range hearing aid featuring the latest noise reduction system and virtually eliminates buzzing and whistling. Combined with the all-new SurfLink Mobile, Audibel hearing aids can make it easier to enjoy TV, music, cell phone conversations, and more. No wires attached. Stop by for a consultation and receive a new Kindle Fire tablet free with your hearing aid purchase. Experience hearing excellence with Audibel.
I chose Three Rivers College. They helped me find the financial aid I needed. Classes are close to home. I'm experiencing the college life I want.
With locations throughout Southeast Missouri and over 200 course offerings, including online courses, Three Rivers can help you earn a college or career technical degree.
I chose Three Rivers College. You should too.
Enroll today. Learn more at trcc.edu or call 877-879-8722. Three Rivers College. Success starts here.
Fourth and final quarter of this Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. Cavante Mitchell for 3. It's no good. Kennett has been dominating this game, and they have dominated it with defense. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've seen just such a dominant defense as what Kennett has put on tonight.
I just don't know how they could do any better than what they're doing.
Cavante Mitchell underneath. He can't get it to go. Here comes Bernie. Priggle over to Jennings. He gets it poked out of bounds. Like quick hands of Akeem Nelson. And as relentless as the pressure is at Kennett, it not only gets to you physically, it gets to you mentally. Ellenberg gets fouled out front. It's going to be on Akeem Nelson. That's his second. Team fifth. It's going to be a foul again on Akeem Nelson. That's his third. He's going to send Bubby Schwint to the line. He was in the act of shooting. In and out. Devin Trammell in the game for Bernie. He's going to take place of Jake Wagner. Schwint will shoot another. Makes the second. Bernie's going to press full court. They're going to open it up for Mitchell. He drives, can't get it to go. Rebound by Oliver, out to Akeem Nelson. No good. Rebound to Bubby Schwint. He gets it stripped by Drake. He comes up with it. He's double teamed in the backcourt. He comes out with dribbling. Gets it up to Ellenberg. Ellenberg underneath to Priggle. Fade away, no good. Rebound to Andre Oliver.
Pretty impressed with Andre Oliver.
Andre Oliver is slowly coming into his own. He's just a sophomore. He's never hadn't really played a whole lot. But again, this is one of those things that, like we've talked before, when you have a tournament where you're playing four games in 4 days, you see guys mature during the tournament. You see teams get better during the tournament.
Exactly right, sir.
And I think we're seeing that with Andre Oliver. 54-22, Kennett up by 32, 6:16 left here in the fourth quarter.
Overall, been another great tournament here at Bloomfield. They really put on a good show, bring in the fans, bring in some good teams. And, this is just a great place to come after Christmas.
I just love this. And hats off to Dustin Hicks and his staff here at Bernie High School. Again, a class tournament. They take care of the fans. They sure take care of us. They take care of the teams. It's just a pleasure to come through this tournament. Air ball from the corner. Here comes Bernie. They're down 32. Looks like it's going to be a foul underneath on Kennett. It's going to be on number one, and Tavis Drake. Okay, we got a full timeout. 5:09 left in this game, and we'll be back.
What is your emergency? Need assistance at County Road 61 and Highway 9. Help is on its way.
Clear! There's a better way to jumpstart your soil back to health. Apply Endzone to protect and increase nitrogen efficiency without killing bacteria. Apply Prevent to increase phosphorus availability and reduce fixation. Better yet, use them both to get more from your fertilizer investment and see higher potential yield. Ag Explorer, your prescription for healthy soil.
This man has an accomplished research and analytical group at his disposal. But even more impressive is how he puts it to work for his clients.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thanks for meeting so early.
All right, we're back for the last 5:09 of this championship game. Kennett's up by 32. Bubby Schwintz to the line. I'm just looking back. If you're interested, the largest margin victory for a championship game. I'm looking over some of the past championship games, and it looks like Bloomfield beat Gideon 96-45 back in 1964. There's Andre Oliver underneath for Kennett, makes it a 56-22 game. Another large margin of victory was the 80-37 Dexter over Twin Rivers in 2003. Schwint for three. No good. Oliver, Drake, count it. There's three for Kennett. 35-point Kennett lead. When it rains, it pours, Tommy.
Yes.
When it rains, it pours. Jennings with a nice stop and pop. Can't get it to go. Mitchell gets fouled in the backcourt by Schwint.
I see the Lady Bearcats coach, Chad Allen, standing over by the door. Congratulations to the Lady Bobcats, or Bearcats, for winning the Twin Rivers tournament.
On the Twin Rivers tournament, I believe they beat Neelyville in the championship game, a good Neelyville team, and they cruised to that one by 18. 3:36 left. Clock's running with the 35-point Kennett margin. Kennett will have the ball out of bounds. That last foul was on Bubby Schwint, his third. Devontae Mitchell out to Kennan. Kennan tries to get it in to Jad Kinney. He's in the game for the first time. Kinney's a 6'3" freshman for Kennett. Getting some of his first action of this game. Drake with the ball out front. Pick McKinney, pick and roll. Ball knocked out of bounds by J.R. Priggle. Clock will continue to run. 2:53 left in this game. Kennett's up by 35. Mitchell with the ball out front, being guarded closely by Stanfield. Drake drives, kicks it over to Kenny, and it's going to be a charge on Drake. Good defense underneath by Bernie. 2:30 left in the game and running. Drake second, team ninth. Wagner out front being guarded by Kennan. Again, Kennan's just keeping the defensive pressure up. Just a suffocating defense is the best way to. You've heard of suffocating defense. I think Bernie's going to need oxygen because
I wouldn't doubt
it. As good as a defensive performance as you can imagine.
And you know the thing about it, Terry, this Bernie team's a good team. They're a nice team.
Yeah, we're talking about a team. There's a walk out front. Yeah, we're talking about a team that can put up some points and has put up quite a few points in this tournament. And they've got 24 points.
Right.
And here late in the fourth quarter. And that is just astounding, as good as this Bernie team is. And Tavis Drake comes out of the game to a good hand. He'll take a seat. Langdon Vaughn in.
You know, Drake himself will just wear you out.
Oh, yeah. There's Bubba B.J. Jennings with a nice drive to the line. He'll get and one.
You know, and I don't mean this negative in any way. I'm just saying this B.J. Jennings is one of the nicest ball players, one of the purest shooters in this tournament. That's his first bucket.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. He had 7 threes on Saturday against Atai. Against the game before that, he was so instrumental, just the way he was penetrating and getting to, driving the lane and penetrating the defense. But now, in this game, just the way Kennett's been playing, it's just hasn't been able to shake anything off. 35 seconds left in the game, man counting. Kennett up by 33. Jennings to the line. He'll shoot a couple. First one's no good. That's the kind of night it's been for Bernie. Andre Oliver going to give Bertardi and Jones to the bench. A nice hand from the Kennett fans for Jones. 13 seconds and counting. Jennings with the bucket. That'll probably be the final score. With 6 seconds left. Kennett will just dribble out the ball. And the Kennett Indians, for the fourth time in the last 5 years, are the champions of the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament, beating the third seeded Bernie Mules 59-27. We'll be back to wrap this one up in just a minute, Tommy. We're going to stay here. Okay. We're going to stay here for the presentation of trophies and also for the wrap up of this game and also for the all tournament team. Okay, we got Kennett celebrating.
It's the small things in life that you tend to appreciate. The quality of care at SEMO Health Network is no different. They focus on the small details with healthcare that make you feel good, so you can get back to enjoying the small things in no time. They have so many ways to take care of you with 8 locations serving rural communities in need of medical care, including dental facilities and an in-house laboratory.
Deposit your check here or here or even there. Deposit your check wherever you are with First Midwest Bank's new mobile deposit. Just tap, snap, deposit. It's that simple. New mobile deposit from First Midwest Bank, serving the communities we call home.
Hi, I'm Cecil Weeks of Quality Center here in downtown Malden, where we've been in business since 1977. We have the best selection of Whirlpool and Maytag appliances. We also have the latest LCD, LED, and plasma high-definition televisions from LG and Sharp, as well as the finest furniture for your living room or bedroom. And don't forget, delivery is available. So come and experience the Quality Center Furniture and Appliance Store in downtown Malden.
Okay, we're back here for the presentation of trophies. Before we get to the presentation, let's run down the scoring of this last game, Tommy.
For the Bernie Mules, B.J. Jennings had 3, Buddy Swint 4, Joey Walker 4, and Kalen Ellenberg finished with 17. And for the Kennett Indians, we got 9 to Drake, 4 to Crothers, 20 to sophomore Keem Nelson, 18 to Devontae Mitchell, 4 to Oliver, and 4 to Jones.
All right. I just don't think I've seen a better defensive game, Tommy, than what Kennett played.
I agree.
Tonight. The whole first place congratulations to Bucksco Indians. Congratulations to the Bucksco Indians. Hats off to them to come in as a 14 seed and win the consolation championship.
And also that Bloomfield Wildcat team come in, 12 seed, knocked off the 5 seed and come back and in the 5th, knocked off the Greenway in double time.
Very young Bloomfield team, and they're
never give up.
Forward to. Twin Rivers Royals, 5th place. Hayti coming in 4th. They came in as the 2nd seed and lost the last 2 games. A very, very talented team.
Very talented.
Come district time, I don't want to play Hayti.
No,
I'm anybody Class 2. South Pemiscott, I tell you, they started out the tournament pretty slow. By the end of the tournament, they were playing as well as anybody. And they gave Kennett a whale of a game on Saturday night. Hats off to the Bernie Mules. They come in as a 3 seed, and they come in 2nd.
Terry, these teams, the Bernie Mule, South Pemiscott, Hayti, all in that Class 2 district.
Oh,
that's going to be
what a district.
One of the best districts anywhere.
And the championship trophy goes to the Kennett Indians for the 4th time in the past 5 years. A completely dominating performance by the Kennett Indians tonight. And lots of times you see a dominating performance, it's the offense that dominates, but not tonight. It was their defense.
Once again, congratulations to all of our teams that have participated in an exciting Christmas tournament. And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Now it's time for the all-tournament team. Let's see how well we did on the voting, Tommy. Kennett's posing for the championship photos. The Kennett Indians, well-deserving champions of this tournament. And the all-tournament team is going to be announced. Eric Ray, the 6-foot senior from Twin Rivers.
Well, that kid really had a nice tournament. He's a load inside.
Noah Vandiver, the sophomore from the 6'3" sophomore from the Bloomfield Wildcats. That is a fine player on both ends of the floor.
Right.
Jack Lake from the Saxony Crusaders. The 6'8" Jack Lake was the leading scorer for Rudy Reeves from the Hockham Hornets. Had 28 in the last game that Hockham played against Saxony. Oh.
Reeves, a nice ball player for the Hockham Hornets.
Very nice ball player. Demetrius Luster, the all-everything guy for Hayti. He plays underneath. He handles the ball.
Whatever he needs to do, he'll do it.
Whatever needs. Demetrius Luster. Frankie Burton Jr. again. Mr. Clean. I call him Mr. Clean for Hayti because he cleans up around the boards real well.
He sure does.
Jacob Trammell from South Pim, the sharp-shooting Jacob Trammell. Anthony Primer, I believe he's a repeat performer on the B.J. Jennings, well-deserved from the Bernie Mules.
B.J. is very deserving of that.
Caleb Ellenberg from the Bernie Mules. And Tavius Drake, the senior guard from Kennett. And from the Kennett Indians, Cavante Mitchell. About his third year in a row for Cavante Mitchell.
Who would have ever thought Mitchell would have made the all-tournament team?
I sure wouldn't have thought that. As great a prognosticator as I am.
Oh, he's a nice player, folks.
He's a real nice player.
You know, Terry, there's other players standing back there that didn't get recognized for the all-tournament team. That's very big assets to their team.
They are. And I tell you, in filling out the ballot, it was difficult to do.
That's exactly
there's
right.
some very deserving players that aren't named to the team. So I guess it's about time for us to wrap it up. Gosh, it doesn't seem like it's. We just got started in this tournament.
That's right, we did. I think they should just gear up. Let's go again.
Kristen and Tyler think differently because they've been here for every game.
Well, that's true.
And they've had to do something in every game, so they.
But we could start all over.
We could start all over. Let's be like Ernie Banks. Let's play two.
There you go. Terry, it's always a pleasure to do games with you. We've done several over the last few years, and it's always a pleasure. I appreciate you, and we'll do it again.
The pleasure's all mine. It's always fun to be with you, Tommy. It's always great to be at this tournament. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We've had great response from all the people that have tweeted and have texted. Thank you for watching. Again, to Dustin Hicks and the staff here at the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. Great job, another great tournament. Thank you for watching YHC TV. Good night. Be careful. Drive safely.